Morning. Today we are discuss about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This lecture is related to Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So I am continue with my lecture with the PPT. Now I am sharing my PPT and I start a small lecture. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan goals, specific programs and interventions at national and state level. Yesterday, in the last class, we are already discussed about different educational programs and stakeholders' participation in the education system in India in primary and secondary. Today, we are the specialized program of education, that is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, this is why the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is started means you are already seen this logo, education for all. Education for all. Okay, now we are know about the introduction of this program or background of this program. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan means SSCA means education for all movement in India after millennium. Millennium means after 2000, the government of India taken a flagship program. It means it's a main important program for social development or community development or society development. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is the comprehensive and integrated flagship program of Government of India to attain universal elementary education in the country in the mission mode. In the mission mode, you can listen carefully. It's a mission mode. Estimated to be 206 million children in 2002. It's a fundamental right under Article 21A. Article 21A. So almost 206 million children comes under this program. Why? Because it's a fundamental right. After 2010, so that is also another topic. It's a continuous topic in this unit, that is Right to Education Act. So that is we will discuss later. Under this article, the program is also initiated by the Government of India. Launching in the partnership with the state governments and the local self-governments, SSCA aims to provide useful and relevant education to all the children in the age groups of 6 to 14 years by 2010. So that is the main objective of this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So we are achieving the goals or not, we will discuss. What are the main objective of this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is SSCA launched in 2000-2001 with the objectives of almost 5-6 objectives are there. The first one, all children in school, education guarantee, center alternative schools, back to school, camped by the 2002, later amended 2005. Many programs are there. Education guarantee centers, alternative schools, back to schools, camped by the 2003, after amended all these things in 2005. All children complete 5 years of primary schooling by 2007. Because program is started in 2000-2001, but it's enforced in 2002, and it's 5 years means it's up to 2007. All 5 years children are complete their primary education. All the children complete 8 years of elementary schooling by 2010. So this is also another objective. Those who are complete their primary schooling means up to 1 to 5, and by 2010 they can complete their elementary schooling. Elementary means 1 to 7. Focus on the elementary education of satisfactory quality with emphasis on education for life. This education is mainly for, or this program is mainly for focus on elementary education of satisfactory quality with emphasis on education for all, and bridge all gender and social category gaps at the primary and upper primary stage by 2007. It's not only for it's a common children, for everybody comes under. It's not excluded, it's included all the children in the country to complete their upper primary stage by 2007. And universal retention by 2010, because everybody, those who are out of the schools, out of the education system, so there all comes under this program by 2010. This is the main objective of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. And why this program is started? Many programs are there in India by 2000, but why the government of India again take it into a serious mission mode program or a flagship program? As an intervention program, it's started in 2002. We already discussed. And Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has operational since 2002, 2001. However, its roots go back to 93 and 94. When the district primary education program DPEP was launched with an aim of achieving the objective of universal primary education, we have failed. We have failed to achieve that objective. So then we will start this program. DPEP over several phases covered 272 districts in 18 states of the country. The expenditure on the program was shared by the central government by 85% and state is 15%. The central share was funded by a number of external agencies, including World Bank, Department of International Development, DFID, UNICEF. By 2001, more than 1,500 million had been committed to the program, and 50 million children covered in this. This 15 million children are covered under this program. They're spending crores of rupees. It's a $15,000 million. It's a very huge amount. In the impact assessment phase 1, DPEP authors concluded that it's a net impact on minority children was impressive, while there was a little evidence of any impact on the enrollment of girls. Nevertheless, they concluded that the investment in DPP was not waste because it introduced a new approach to primary school interventions in India. So this program is a new intervention for primary school education. So this is the main background of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. And another important thing is the right to education, that is RTE, came into enforce on 1st April 2010. Some educationists and the policy makers believe that with the passing of this act, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has acquired the necessary legal force for its implementation. Because of Right to Education Act, so the necessary legal force and legal force for this implementation, because it's come into force in 2010, but it's the Right to Education Act already passed in the Parliament in 2000. These are all the same time. So that impact is on Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So this is not a failure program. It's a very good, it's a progressive and almost successful program in India on education for last 2 decades. And the funds, we are discussed about the funds from Indian side. We are already discussed for this program. Many international organizations also give their support from DFID, World Bank, and UNICEF. But from SSCA afterwards, its initial outlay of around 700 crores in 2011 and 12. The government of India allotted 21,000 crores for this project. Total cost is 21,000. Many persons and trusts has also contributed, and as the program became more popular, funds also grown. This is not only contribution of government. Even many trusts and many individuals also, they are contributing for this program. They are supporting for this program in a financial mode, or financial support. Sorry. The specific programs and interventions for this program is Padhe Bharat, Badhe Bharat. This is the national level program. This is the national level program because we are already almost reaches to 20 years. In between, after the The first phase of achieving the goal is 2010. We are already discussed. At that time, we are not reached the maximum benchmark. So the government of India thinking that it's an intervention program is also started. That is Pade Bharat, Bade Bharat. Pade Bharat and Bade Bharat is a nationwide sub-program of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Nationwide sub-program of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. For what improvement now we will see. Children who fail to read in early education lag behind in other subjects. Why this program is started? Children who fail to read in early education lag behind in other subjects. Even reading and writing, especially reading and writing means in the primary level, they know how to write and read in their mother tongue or maybe in the foreign language like English, they can read and write. But math and science and other subjects, they are not up to the mark. The learning levels are very less. So that's why the program is started. The program is designed to improve comprehensive early reading. That is LSRW is nothing but writing and early mathematics programs for children in class 1 and 2. Now you can understand. Under this program, rupees 762 crore rupees means in US dollars, it's 1,010 millions was approved to the states. The program will not only provide print-rich environment, timely distribution of books, but will also include new teacher monitoring and appraisal system. So not only giving the books and all and normal common classroom teaching, but they're also include a new teacher. They can provide a teacher for this remedial teaching, whatever you can call in the name of remedial teaching, or improve the learning levels, or improve the comprehensive education. For this purpose, they're spending a lot of money and a lot of efforts, and even the resources also, like not only giving the printing resources or means textbooks and all, but timely distribution of books with even provide a good teacher. Good teacher means a expertise teacher. Expertise teacher. The SSC have been optional or operational since 2000 and 2001 to provide for variety of interventions for universal access and retention. Universal access. It's many interventions. This is only the one program. The one program is Pade Bharat and Bade Bharat. This is one of the national level program for all the states. If they can, every state have their own way they can introduce, and this is for achieving universal access and retention, bridging of gender and social category gaps in elementary education, and improving the quality of learning. This is not only for learning, it's a bridging gap of gender and social category gaps. Means equity and equality also, they are taken into consideration. This program is taken into consideration, and therefore implementation, they are doing many things to improving the quality of learning in the primary level, primary and higher secondary level, or elementary level up to 1 to 8. This program is only for 1 to 8. You don't think total education program. Another program is there, that is we will discuss. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan interventions include inter alia operating of new schools and alternative schooling facilities, constructing of new schools and additional classrooms, toilets and drinking water providing for teachers, regular teachers and service training, and academic resource support, free textbooks and uniforms, and support for improving learning achievement levels or outcomes. And this program also, they take care of the interventions including inter alia operations of new schools and alternative schooling facilities. Alternative schooling facilities means even schools for girl child, to establish girl child, hostels, and construction of schools and additional classrooms. Construction of schools, and if anywhere if needed any school, they can sanction new schools and construct, even any school needs additional classrooms, they can. Not only that, and they also provide toilets, drinking water, providing for teachers, regular teachers and service training and academic resource support. For the teachers, as those who are in the regular mode, they are also in service training and academic resource support. And this is for teachers, and even free textbooks, uniforms, and support for improving learning achievement levels or outcomes. For that, improving the academic levels, they can give free textbooks, uniforms, and support improving the learning achievements. With the passage of RTE Act, changes have been incorporated into the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan approach, and norms also, strategies and norms, because we are due top priority to the Right to Education Act. In the Right to Education Act, what are the objectives and all? The next lecture, you're all listen and learn something about Right to Education Act. Thank you very much. So this is about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. You can go through the content and go through this lecture, a small lecture. It's around 20 minutes lecture. You can go through, and if you have any doubts related to Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, it is only for Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This is up to a primary level, not to secondary level. Secondary level, another program is there. We will discuss about the secondary level also. Secondary level and the Right to Education Act, and the impact of Right to Education Act, and the linking between Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and the next program is Madhyamik Abhiyan Mission. In 2018, these two programs are merging and merged with the two programs, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and Madhyamik Abhiyan Mission. And the Government of India launched a new program called Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. That is also we are discussing in the coming lectures. Thank you.